Hello everybody, my name's Ben Robbins from the Lost World of Movie Props and I'm here today with Amanda Noar. How are you?
I'm good, thank you very much. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You had a very busy day today?
Yeah, it's been really good. It's been amazing.
Yeah, it's been awesome today. I didn't realise how many people were going to be queuing up outside this morning when I got here.
I know.
It's been bizarre.
I know, it's been very busy and some amazing costumes, amazing stories that people have told, and yeah, it's been a really good day.
Yeah. So how's it been meeting the fans at the table and hearing their stories, how the film you were in Star Wars influenced their lives?
Well, I mean, they're all huge fans. That's first and foremost, and they all want to know kind of my story, like how I got the job, and funny things that happened on set and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, I think I've been doing most of the talking actually. So yeah, but it's today's been a great experience, and actually doing the film has been. I mean, it's been a strange experience because it was so long ago. Because it's coming up 40 years now.
Yeah.
And actually, at the time, I don't think anybody really realised, what a phenomenon it was going to become, and I certainly didn't.
No.
So actually, to do these kind of events and meeting other people that were in the film as well, it's incredible. It's surreal.
Yeah,
I mean,
course.
it really is.
So when you heard about Star Wars and you first found out about it, what were your first thoughts and feelings? Did you just think, oh, it's just another job, or did you think, I really want to go in for this and see where it takes me?
Well, actually, I was doing a show. So I was an actress and in musical theatre, and I was doing a show. And the choreographer that I was working with at the time, she was the choreographer on Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And she said to me, she asked if I wanted to come to audition.
Nice, yeah.
And I said, yeah, because it was a job. I didn't,
Yeah.
And my audition was actually to try on the costume, because my costume was quite risque for those days, I guess.
Of course it was, it was.
So I tried on the costume, but because she'd already been working with me, she knew I could dance. So I think the director was fine with how I looked and everything. They said, "Yeah, we can work with that." And they put on the white and blue wig, and that was it. But at the time when I was doing the filming, I didn't realise at all what I was actually filming, the size of the project, what it was going to become. I really didn't, and not for years did I realise actually how big the following was. So all a pleasant surprise.
Obviously there was queues around the block for the cinemas for it. It was huge. I don't think anyone predicted it. That's the thing.
No, I don't think they did. And I did see it at the cinema, but years later. I kind of did the job, and I didn't forget about it, but it was just I kind of moved on to the next job, and then the next job, and it wasn't until many years later that I went, hang on a minute, I was actually a part of that, So yeah, it's gone on and on. It's like a job that kind of has lasted me forever.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, I'm still kind of doing things to do with Return of the Jedi,
which
is incredible.
So what was it like, obviously, going from a stage onto a film set? Was it a real easy transition for you, or did you have to take a step back and think about what you were getting in for?
Well, I mean, it is different, but actually, I mean, when you're doing anything on stage, of course, you've got to get it right first time, and you only get one chance at doing it. But in the film, of course, if something went slightly wrong, or there was a noise that kind of interfered, they just cut, they do it again, which is why they spend so long shooting films, because they've got to get it just exactly right. But I won't say it's easier, because it's not easier, it's much more technical, but you do get more than one chance at getting it right. So for me, I mean, it was fine. It was fine.
Yeah. So what was it like seeing the set for the first time and being on a big production set? What were your thoughts and feelings?
Well, I was just in that one scene, the Jabba the Hutt scene.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, I knew who Mark Hamill was, and I knew who Carrie Fisher was. So that was awesome to see them there. And I was like, ooh, I'm not sure that Harrison Ford was that well known at the time. I think it might have been one of his first jobs.
Yeah.
So and he was great. He just came and sat with us all, and it wasn't as intimidating. I mean, now if I went on a set like that, I would be totally intimidated. I think, because I was so much younger and full of confidence.
Yeah,
and,
of course.
I just took it all in my stride. But then again, I didn't realise what a huge thing it was that I was being part of.
Of course, yeah.
So,
I mean, obviously you've done TV stuff as well. I mean,
Yeah.
you were in Casualty, is that
Yes,
correct?
yeah.
So tell me a bit about Casualty, because I grew up watching that, like London's Burning and The Bill and stuff. So
yeah.
that's
Well, actually, so the episode that I was in was, so they told me at the time, I think they might have been lying, but anyway, they told me it was one of their favourite episodes because it was
Nice.
always full of kind of, blood and very dark, and all these accidents and illness and everything. But because the character that I was playing was a ballroom dancer, they filmed quite a lot of the actual ballroom dancing, which was all glitter, sequins, false eyelashes, false hair, false everything.
Yeah.
And it was kind of quite glamorous.
Yeah.
So they really liked that. And that was a big part of the episode. But then after that, actually going to this competition, I had a car crash. And I cut my leg, but I carried on dancing.
Of course, yeah.
And then I collapsed at the end of the dance. So, I ended up in hospital.
Yeah. Awesome. So what was it like having the makeup and the fake blood and everything?
Great.
Was it, how?
Oh, no, I mean, I'd love all that. It's all part and parcel of it. I was ages in makeup, hair and makeup, getting it all done up and, having all that done. And the fake blood, of course, but I've done quite a lot with fake blood. So I did a film as well called I Bought a Vampire Motorcycle.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, yeah. How was that?
Not a lot of people have seen that.
Yeah, no.
It was amazing. It was great. And also that was with Anthony Daniels. So he was in it. So that's kind of the link, for the two jobs for me. I mean, in fact, a funny story, one day because that was being filmed in and around Birmingham, and I was living in London at the time. So one of my calls, I had to be there, but the makeup lady had another job to go to.
Yeah.
So we met on the M1 motorway in a service station, and she put all this blood and gore all over my face. And we walked out of the ladies' toilets, and I'm not joking, the looks that I got walking out of that toilet was, I'll never forget it.
So it really looked like she'd beaten the crap out of you in the toilets and then bring you back out.
Yeah, more or less. Or somebody had, for sure.
Done, yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah, because I went in looking all right, came back looking,
In this day and age, they would have seen you on camera going all glitz and glam, then coming out of state, and it would be all over TikTok and everything now.
Exactly. I know. Where were they then?
Yeah.
But it was funny.
I mean, the poor person going in just before you or something, they would have been the first suspect as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, you were the last ones to see her. Normal. What happened? Yeah.
So obviously, actually in films and theatre and TV, is there a real big difference between all three, or can you sort of gel in between all three and make it all work nicely as one?
I mean, you can. If I actually count myself very, very lucky, because I think if you're known for theatre, you kind of can get stuck into just doing theatre. Likewise with TV. It might be a bit more fluid nowadays, but in my day, it was kind of, you've been known for doing TV, you were stuck there.
Yeah.
I did manage to kind of cross over, which was fantastic for me, and I'm forever grateful. I think that being a theatre actress is kind of the most gratifying, because you do get the reaction from the audience straight away. You get the laughs, you get the applause, and for me that's quite important. So I kind of like the theatre.
Yeah. It's a real live element. I mean,
it
I
is.
completely
It
understand
really is.
that.
It's such a buzz, But they're all great. I mean, it's been my life all my life, so I've loved every minute of it.
Yeah, I mean, I referee on the British wrestling scene, so
Right.
I do shows as well.
Yeah.
And I'm at that point now where I can't sit in the audience. I have to be the other side of the barrier, as they say, because it's just a whole nother world. My partner, she hates wrestling, but it's one of those experiences now where I can't leave it. So.
No, I know, and you've got that atmosphere, and the atmosphere is everything. You know, it's just it's amazing, and it just carries you along, doesn't it? You know, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for talking to me. It was a quick
so
little
welcome,
because it is the end of the day, and it's time to go home and get that beer in, isn't it? Now,
absolutely.
And some food, so.
Cheers.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really
no problem.
appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks so much.
Okay.
Cheers.